Did you think these explosions happened near Bakhmut or Sloviansk, where the war began, where the front lines have long been drawn? No, these blasts struck just weeks ago, far to the west, in Rivne, Ternopil, and Lutsk. Cities over 1,000 kilometers away from the fiercest battles, close to the Polish border. Over 3 years into the war, the crisis continues to deepen. Drone attacks are escalating, missile strikes are more frequent, and the struggle for basic necessities in cities and rural areas is worsening every day. It's one thing to read these headlines on your phone, yet quite another to live through this ongoing turmoil. That's precisely why Anna Martynenko, head of the Sweden-based Ukrainian volunteer organization Svit UA, set out on a courageous cross-country journey with a humanitarian mission. On her journey, Anna was joined by Svensk Krigare, Fundacja Igora Tracha, and Working K9 Scandinavia. Starting in Stockholm, Anna and her team drove for hours, crossing the Baltic Sea, continuing through Poland, and eventually crossing into Ukraine. Their route took them through Lviv and then to Bucha, a name now synonymous with tragedy and resilience. They continued to Kharkiv, located just 90 kilometers from the Russian border. From there, they traveled to Sloviansk and then to Dnipro, Anna's hometown, where she reunited with her community. The journey concluded in Zaporizhzhia. What they saw was a country in shambles, ruins scattered across landscapes once full of life, and ever-present lethal danger shadowing every step. But today, we don't want to tell a sad story. Today, we want to tell a story of resilience, of courage, of people who, despite it all, choose hope. We met brave individuals in every city along our journey, and the first story we want to share is that of Anna Lebid. Once a soldier on the front lines in the Kherson region, Anna was injured in combat. But her fight didn't end there. After months of rehabilitation, she trained as a recovery specialist and now dedicates her life to helping fellow veterans heal. Today, she also runs a dog shelter for animals rescued from frontline zones. This is what she told us about them.
These dogs are very friendly and empathetic. They are taken care of. They are not only fed, but also sterilized if needed. They receive necessary vaccinations to then later adapt to normal social life, just like veterans.
And thanks to Anna, these dogs find new homes all across Ukraine and even Europe. Our next heroes also work with dogs, but the step further they take is they are trained to search for explosives and also to find humans under debris and shambles. Ruslan Mohilyov is a sinologist from Kharkiv.
Our dog training scope is quite extensive. We aim to cover various areas where dogs can be utilized for human assistance, including emotional support for children, veterans, service dogs, rescue missions, and more. As you are aware, we are located in Kharkiv, where drone and missile attacks are prevalent, and there is an ongoing need for dogs to assist in locating people buried under rubble following explosions.
Dogs from this center are already assisting and rescuing people. They serve in Ukraine, Sweden, and other countries. Our next stop was in Sloviansk, right in the front line. Once a resort city, it is unrecognizable. Among these ruins, our brave soldiers fight tirelessly. Our mission was to bring humanitarian supplies to ease their everyday life. This is what they tell about their current reality.
How frequent are the shootings?
Every evening you hear shaheds and missiles.
How frequent are civilian casualties?
Yesterday, for example, all the time. They hit residential buildings.
So people numb their sense of fear and dread, you're saying?
Amidst this chaos, our support sustains them, fueling their hope and determination. The next story exemplifies coordinated support between Ukraine and Sweden. In the Dnipro, at their own expense and efforts, a volunteer organization, Edelweiss, maintains and executes an ambulance service with 2 trucks. One of them recently got severely damaged, but against all odds, people supported the cause and raised funds. We witness these and many other stories along our way, but they are all about one thing. The war is far from being over, and even when it ends, history tells us disturbing numbers. Recovery took Germany 20 years, Japan 23, Bosnia 15. Already, experts estimate reconstruction costs at $486 billion, $84 billion for housing, $78 billion for transport, $68 billion for energy, not to mention severely disruptive issues like not disarmed landmines, demographic crisis, and destroyed arable land. So it is important to take action. That is why Anna Martynenko and several other Ukrainian civil society representatives were invited to the Swedish parliament to present their petition. In dialogue with members of multiple political parties, they emphasized the importance of opening a long-term conversation about how Ukrainians can contribute to Sweden. Their message was clear. We didn't come to ask for help. We came to open a dialogue about the future and how much more we can offer. And now over 40,000 Ukrainians are building their lives here in Sweden, not just as guests, but as neighbors, colleagues, and contributors to a shared future. They bring expertise in technology, healthcare, manufacturing, finance, business, and beyond. They are here to grow, for their families, for Ukraine, and for Sweden. Let's open the dialogue. Let's shape a future that's brighter for all of us. Together.